Let's stop arguing with flat Earth theories. Instead, let's give them what they want and run a literal simulation of their ideal world. In the standard model proposed by the Flat Earth Society, the North Pole sits at the dead center. The rest of the continents fan outward from there, enclosed by Antarctica, which forms a massive outer perimeter ring. That ring acts as the map's final physical boundary, an ice wall thousands of miles long, designed to keep oceans from spilling off the edge. The shape of a planet isn't just a matter of geography, it's the foundational variable for its physics engine. Change the shape, and the mathematical laws that hold our reality together begin to break. Accommodating this map isn't just a cartographic shift, it triggers a breakdown of physics that humanity would have to find a way to survive. The simulation begins the moment we turn on gravity. On a spherical Earth, mass is distributed around a central core, pulling everything straight down. But on a disk, mass concentrates at the North Pole. This creates a gravitational pull that shifts based on your location. At the center, gravity pulls straight down, but toward the edges, it hits at sharper diagonal angles, dragging you toward the North Pole. Walking outward feels like climbing a steep hill, forcing you to lean forward to avoid falling backward. Nature would be forced to adapt. Oceans would be sucked toward the center, pooling in the Arctic, while trees in the outer regions would grow at a permanent tilt to align with this diagonal gravity's pull. Unless you live at the very center of the map, the simple act of standing upright becomes a physical impossibility. In this model, the sun doesn't sit millions of miles away. It moves in a tight, flat circle just a few thousand miles above the surface. A standard-sized star here would evaporate the oceans, so this sun must be much smaller. Its rays hit the entire disk at once, eliminating day and night cycles, seasons, and time zones entirely. These orbital mechanics also make specific astronomical events impossible. Without the precise alignment of large spherical bodies, we would never see another solar eclipse. However, the most dangerous flaw is the core. Generating a magnetic field requires a planetary dynamo, a rotating liquid outer core surrounding a solid inner core. A thin disk lacks the internal volume and spherical geometry needed to maintain those currents. Without that internal engine, the Earth loses its geomagnetic shield. Solar winds begin stripping away our atmosphere, while high-energy cosmic rays bombard the surface. These radiation levels would eventually damage the DNA of every living cell, ending the conditions necessary to sustain life on the surface. Let's reset the simulation. Even if humanity survived the radiation, we would face the total collapse of our global infrastructure. Modern technology relies on orbital mechanics. A satellite requires the gravitational well of a spherical mass to maintain its speed and position. They simply cannot orbit a flat plane. As every satellite falls from the sky, we lose GPS navigation, and more importantly, the synchronized pulse of global time. Most banking and stock market systems rely on nanosecond precise timing signals from satellites to sequence trades. Without those timestamps to verify transactions, ATMs and credit card networks would be forced to shut down for security. Physical travel becomes just as difficult. Because the flat map distorts geography the further you get from the center, a flight from Australia to Argentina would stretch to 32 hours. You would find yourself leaving Australia on a flight path that loops impossibly far outward across the map, only to arrive in Buenos Aires days later, assuming your aircraft could even carry enough fuel to survive the trip. A flat Earth effectively breaks both the physical travel routes and the digital networks that hold modern civilization together. We can shut down the simulation. There is only one positive outcome of a flat world. Without the curvature of the Earth in the way, your line of sight would be theoretically infinite. With a good pair of binoculars, you could stand anywhere on the map and see the Burj Khalifa in Dubai standing on the horizon thousands of miles away. We don't need multi-billion-dollar rockets or NASA photographs to see the truth. The fact that trees grow straight up, that our credit cards work, and that we are alive to discuss this at all is the ultimate proof that we live on a spinning globe.